Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Vherbal and Watson Show.
Yay!
Happy National Smell a Plumber Day.
No.
What is it?
It was National Sense of Smell Day and Hug Your Plumber.
Well, that is a lot better, I suppose.
What did you say? Smell a plumber?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Oh, yeah.
When
Who comes up with these days?
I don't know. There's a guy. He's there, and he's just writing things.
They have the national census. It comes out.
I mean, obviously, whoever's making this up doesn't have a lot going on, so
Yeah.
they're like, what doesn't have a holiday? You look at every day, and how many is there? Like, for today, there was there was at least like 50.
Yeah, there's a lot. But since it's National Census Smell Day, what do you smell?
I smell danger.
I smell ganja.
I can smell the future. And it's ganja.
Yeah.
Legalized in Ohio. No, it's not. Sorry.
So
guys.
how's your day going?
Well, it's been a pretty terrible day, and hopefully this is a good part of it, because I've had a migraine for 4 days, and I might be dying.
Oh, man.
Whee! Everyone loves the spring. Springtime brings the showers and the little birds, and all I think about is pounding migraines. Freaking my eyes itch.
Allergies.
It's so fun. I love it so much, and it's wonderful. Just the birds. I wish they'd all burn.
That cottonwood.
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 One time I went to an allergist, and they did those little prick things on the back of your back.
Those are horrible.
I was allergic to the very strangest things. I swear it was I was allergic to dust mites, not the actual dust, but the physical things that die and create dust. And then cottonwood, feathers,
You want to know a little tidbit of info?
and kittens.
Do you know the daddy long legs?
You're really allergic to daddy long legs.
You know that's not a spider.
What the hell is it?
It's a mite.
That's a big ass mite.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking stupid ass spider. That's why they don't bite you. If they do, have you ever got bitten by daddy long legs?
No, they don't bite.
Let me call somebody. No, I'm just kidding. We got John on the line who said he's been bit by a daddy long legs.
Holy shit.
From Rhode Island. Rhode Island! No, I'm just kidding. That isn't happening. But, so we are both involved in music, as you all know. Everyone knows because we're famous, you know.
Yes.
We're famous musicians.
They've heard our tunes on the last few episodes.
Yeah, we've been doing, those songs are just, this is a freestyle.
cutting our teeth.
You ever heard of scat? Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, shitting everywhere.
We just scat now. Shitting on the mic. Yeah, I guess that's the best description of what we're doing. So, I thought we'd talk about, how we did sports before. We compared like modern sports to, the old days, the golden ages of pro sports to us, which was the 90s, late 80s, etc.
Yeah.
I felt like we should do that today about music, because music is, I'm not going to be a jerk and just say it sucks, but pretty much, yeah, it sucks. Pretty much everything sucks. The things that everybody thinks are awesome, I think they suck.
Well, the stuff that they choose to put in the mainstream is very horrible.
I don't know if my opinion is just the opposite of everyone else, because I hear a song, like, for instance, I'll hear a song and I'll say, this song really sucks. And that tells me it's going to be fucking huge.
Like the Everything is Awesome. Not that Lego one, but the Kanye Awesome song.
Oh, that isn't even Kanye, though. That's will.i.am.
Oh, even worse.
Oh, I'd rather listen to will.i.am than Kanye, honestly.
But what's that one that I'm not thinking of? Oh, the Paul McCartney, Rihanna.
Yeah, that's an example. Like, as people that know Paul McCartney and know what he's done, that song makes me want to puke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or the Adam Levine and Nickelback that you hear endlessly.
An example, okay. Little Wayne, not to be confused with Medium Wayne or Large Wayne, after a large spectacle has dropped off of Cash Money Records, which from an outsider's perspective seems financially a bad decision, because he's just like, I'm leaving Cash Money Records and I'm going indie. Okay, Little Wayne. Where is Bigger Wayne?
I remember when he was a rock star for a moment too.
Oh, with his he had a guitar in a photo shoot.
I found this somewhere.
He found it when it was next to the skateboard that he stands on randomly, and he said to himself, "I am changing." He is evolving. He became
Too much of the scissor. He got hooked on that. I heard what is that? Codeine and Mountain Dew.
I don't know, man. I mean,
that's all it is.
I might not be street enough to know what people are drinking.
Blame it all on 36 Mafia.
I mean, if you really think about it nowadays, you look at all these modern artists. There is Rich Homie Quan. He dances like let's see, kind of like Tina Turner. He wears these pants that I still don't understand. This whole pants thing, like, come on, guys. Well, I know we've all seen the memes of like the regression of hip hop. Back in the day, it was kind of dope. Like, people wore, triple fat gooses and fucking, some Timberland boots and big jeans and shit. You look actually kind of cool. Progression happens. Now hip hop and like huge rap artists, I should say, are dressing very similar to Iggy Pop. I guess is the best way I can describe it. And like Iggy Pop and freaking like just very strange like old rock artists. They're almost like old punk artists. They wear these pants that literally, I don't understand how you can get pants on that are that tight.
Like the leather ones and shit.
It's not even that. Like, whatever type of pants they are, they're painted on pants. And how can you walk? I mean, I guess, there's no more b-boy fucking dancing anymore. There's no actual, like, moving around. You just stand there. That's so funny. You don't have to move your legs much.
Jay-Z had that one line where I don't wear skinny jeans because my knots don't fit. That don't apply no more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay-Z's, I guess.
That just shows the evolution right there in rap.
Exactly. These guys, this whole thing, the best way I can describe it is the modern music industry. Now, say you did like this modern rap. Say you did like it for some reason. There was this song you liked. What are you going to do? You're going to go download it. You're going to find it on YouTube and download it. You're going to listen to it on this. You're going to do that. There's not going to be one part of you that's going to pay for it because, for one, who is this person? I don't even know. You just got some word and the song's name like Zibba Zabba. And you Google it. You're like, oh, he's got an album? Oh, it's a mixtape. Okay, what's the difference? I don't know. That's the new thing.
So are they just getting paid off the ads on their YouTube channels now?
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing about it. Like, there's not a lot of money in actual album sales much anymore because anybody with any sense that is in the demographic that they're aiming at, they know how to download stuff. They know how to find downloads.
I don't think that the artist even looks at it, though. Even myself, like, I wouldn't expect to make any money off the music itself. It'd have to be
That's exactly how it is. It's all about touring. And merchandise. And merchandise.
But the advertisers.
Advertising, yeah. I mean, you make roughly...
Because you know what I heard? Well, I heard
you make roughly, I think you make roughly $100, either $100 or $1,000 per million views on YouTube. I had my whole YouTube thing going, and then I don't know what happened. I was making money off it back in the day off of my stuff, and then it completely they're just like, no, we're not paying you anymore. But it's more about now. It's about streaming because everybody wants now. They don't even want to buy things or even download whole albums. It's beyond that anymore.
Well, you know what they're starting to do now? Like, magazines?
Yeah.
They're for free a lot of times now. They'll give you the subscriptions for free to show that they have that many subscribers. Okay. So the ads are paying for the magazine itself.
Oh, so it would be like if we actually made money off this podcast.
Yeah, we're actually spending money every time.
Yeah, we're not making money. We're losing money and time just to entertain you. Now, obviously, most people should hate this modern pop rap thing going on. There's things that are thriving though in this modern music culture. There is kind of an indie like rock kind of thing going on because indie rock isn't really mainly based on sales in the first place, and the people that are buying them, they're actually supporting their bands by buying the CDs. They're doing it, basically as a donation because you can get it free.
It seems like a lot of these indie groups, though, are now signing to small labels, though, which are signing to major labels.
Yeah, it's a distribution deal, basically.
Yeah.
So
everybody's signed to something like that, it seems like.
And the other part that seems to be successful now is, well, I know we've seen it. Country music. Now, why is country music successful, do you think, right now?
It's pop music.
No, I'll tell you the real reason that no one wants to say. Because most of the people that listen to it are either too old or not smart enough to be able to download the music for free. Why is nobody realizing this? That is why artists like all these old artists, like say, let me see, anything old people would listen to would be the kind of the kind of thing that's popular now. So just think of it like that. Country music is a huge industry now. And it's just because the people have money. If they could get it, if they knew they could get it for free, they probably wouldn't buy it if they could figure it out. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just am stating the facts here.
Country music is difficult for me to even decipher who the artist is half the time. They all sound
because they're pretty much written by about the same people, and that's one thing about country music is, I could say, despite how terrible this modern rap is, at least these terrible people are writing their songs.
Yeah.
Like Iggy Azalea. Do you think she has ghostwriters? Because if she does, then they're not good. Lil Wayne, who's writing that? Like, I'm like ketchup, mustard. Blam blam, nobody's ghostwriting that.
Beyonce's last album had 36 writers on it.
See, but that's kind of different because R&B type like stuff is a whole different thing. I don't lump that in. I say it's equally probably bad in my eyes because it's definitely not like soul, like old Motown. I mean, I'm not going to compare it to that. Even 80s like Shaka Khan and shit. It's not even close to that, and I don't even like that shit. It's more just taking these modern pop rap songs and then putting a girl on it and she's like, woman power, or she's doing some ghetto thing with auto-tune. She's being all weird. What was the Drunken Love? Like, what the fuck was that? Musically, as an arrangement, what are you thinking? Like, as a musician, I'm looking at it like, this just sounds like she's just drunk.
It was a huge hit.
Is that what it was? Was she really just drunk and just singing? Like, I don't even know. What's the chorus?
The crazy thing to think is, as weird and sexual as that album was and off base for her, that they even had their kid on it.
What the
Let's feature our baby.
See, that's okay. That's the equivalent of taking an Instagram pic when you're doing a selfie in a room full of garbage and you got fucking 5 kids behind you, like with dirty diapers. That's the way this whole modern society is. They're like, I got likes. I got people like my photo.
Or getting a nude pic from a girl with baby toys in the picture.
Baby toys. Oh yeah, is that something? Oh yeah, that actually did happen, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's real life. That actually happened.
Yay!
That
Mom
happened
of the year.
to him.
Happy Mother's Day. That's coming up.
I feel like the reason why, beyond just like people's tastes, I think that these media outlets and such kind of tell people what they should like. That's why things are as bad as they are. It isn't the way it used to be. It wasn't like people had a taste and they just didn't know what they wanted yet. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, we're telling you this is the cool thing now, and we're putting it out and we're going to distribute it. We got PR, we got marketing. We're going to put it in your face everywhere until everyone eventually, think of how many times these modern songs, like even like a pop song that isn't even a rap song, and you'll hear it. And you'll hear it so much. At the beginning, you hate it so much. But eventually, it almost hypnotizes you. And you find yourself singing it. You're like, I guess I don't hate it anymore. It's like almost like genetically created.
Oh, yeah.
And, I feel
it's a formula. It's almost like an algorithm. A computer will tell you what to make.
Yeah.
But also, it's like that one quote, people don't know what they want. You got to tell them. Mm-hmm. So. Well,
as a musician, yes. That's the way it's supposed to have been. But it's not. Those aren't the people that are making these decisions. These are the companies. These are the labels. These are the marketers. These are the people like that. musicians and bands are almost like corporate entities now. They aren't just like artists trying to get a point across or to change the world or to make better music. So that's the way I feel about it. The main reason why things are so bad on a level beyond the huge commercial levels is it's just too accessible. Music in itself, people have the ability to, I mean, on your fucking phone, you could literally make an album on your phone beyond the little home studios that everyone can have for $500-$600. You could have a little tiny studio and you can make something and everybody's promoting.
Now, like when you listen to music though, like, do you think that music, how such albums like Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, let's say, or Abbey Road by the Beatles, The Chronic by Dre. Now, these are life-defining albums, right? Like, you hear this album, and it might change your entire life, right?
Yep.
Do you think there's albums of that caliber that are going to be released nowadays?
Well, I mean, not with...
Or do you think, not that caliber necessarily, but do you think people are going to be able to attach themselves to one album with so much to choose from nowadays?
I think the only way that that's going to happen is if the whole culture changes, really. It can't be a fast food society. I mean, I hate to quote Jay-Z, but that's kind of the way he just wanted to launch his title.
That's 2 quotes of him tonight.
Yeah, because I mean, it's so strange, but honestly, like, that's the way it is. People just have too much time. I mean, not enough time. It's just like, hey, I mean, there's almost...
Do you think it's almost like the 80s with the fastness and the one-hit wonders? Like,
it's a very extreme version of that. Yes, it is.
Yeah, because you have the best of 80s CDs. You don't really have many actual albums from the 80s.
It's not. It's just like, this guy got drum sounds, and the second that everybody could have those digital drums, like, people, that was a big thing that changed music, really, is just digital drums. Yeah. Because you don't have to have a drummer. You didn't have to have a huge recording studio to be able to record drums, in a pleasurable way.
Yeah. Now, when you listen to music, though, I know it's hard to as a producer and maker of music yourself, but are you attracted to a melody or lyrics, or what substance of the music makes you want to listen to it?
I mean, there's not a lot of things that happen now in my eyes because it's all so cookie cutter,
in general,
force-fed. But yes, it's words and staying power, melody. It's a whole mixture. Like, I try to tell people that music to me isn't one particular thing. Like, what makes a song great? There are just things you can't describe, like that just make a song your favorite song. You can never really depict it. You can't say, I love this part of it. There's always something you can't describe. And that's one thing that is missing in a lot of music. And I do appreciate a lot of underground, like hip-hop stuff that has a message and stuff that's more artsy and stuff, and then also a lot of indie rock things. Those are the only things that give me any type of feeling anymore. Anything that's synthetic, it just seems like a guy is sitting there in front of a laptop and he's just like that bedroom DJ mentality. That's like how I see almost all music now, like 99% of it. And when I hear real instruments and real messages and melodies coming from a real person, it's almost like shocking. It makes me enjoy it more. So, I mean, I guess we're on that good old days thing. That means we're getting old, huh?
Yeah.
The second we start saying the good old days.
Like, I think myself, like, I'm attracted to, like, I like really riffy guitar rock still. I can still get hooked on it. I could hear, like, the same, like, if I listen to the Kinks in the 60s, Zeppelin in the early 70s, AC/DC to ZZ Top, all the way up to the White Stripes and Black Keys. It's all the same music, technically, and it's all the same riffs, but just played a little differently.
I have a weird guilty pleasure of, like, 90s alternative rock. I don't know why I love it all.
It's
like,
so
all
moody.
Of them. Like,
it's all moody and brooding.
It's all, like, the whole Nirvana, like, I even, Black Hole, Sun. Like all that shit.
But there was a lot of soul in those drug-addled brains. They couldn't be...
Maybe they're just not doing the right drugs anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're doing fucking whatever shit people are doing fucking nowadays. But, like, back then, people were doing fucking heroin and shit.
Well, right now...
Which is, I don't condone using
Huey
it.
Lewis, his song should be covered and it's almost in the motto of today's time again. It's hip to be square. Let's do our yoga, eat our sushi, take our diet.
It's weird. It's weird how things come in circles, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it really is, I mean...
Well, they say that about fashion, too, but it's the same goes for music. It goes advancements in technology to minimalism. Yeah. Advancements in technology, minimalism.
It almost, I think about that a lot, too, because they just had this thing, come on downtown to the new sushi bar or whatever, this new fucking sushi.
The fuck?
I'm not a fan of sushi. I can eat some of it every now and then, but I don't really give a fuck.
A bar?
It's something, but I hate that trendy shit. I don't want to be around those people who want to go and be seen in the new hip place. I'm into new restaurants and bullshit like that, but the more I think about it, it disgusts me. I almost want to go down there and just ridicule those people for being here. Who the fuck do you think you are? Look at your goddamn $500 purse and your stupid $300 jeans that you bought at the Buckle just to come out tonight to sit in front of these fucks, to show off your shit.
Have fun at the Oxygen bar with your avocado-infused nothing.
It really does make me sick, the priorities in people's lives is ridiculous. It's I'm going to go to the cash advance place to get $500 out in advance to go get a purse, or
a pair of shoes.
Yeah. I'm going to go spend $3,000 on a set of rims for this car that costs $400.
That is the generation after us. They're called the millennials, and they have no time, and they have no brains, and they don't think of anything.
It's ridiculous.
Now, luckily, by the time we have children, I think we'll be past the millennials, actually. It'll be a new generation. It'll be post-millennials. It'll be like millenniums.
It's odd, though. Neither one of us have had kids or even, really close calls, have we?
I did when I was younger. But I had close calls then.
It's almost like our body is telling us, yep, not yet. It's not time yet.
Live your life. Have fun.
Our brains put in a defense mechanism ahead of time.
I'm not complaining.
No, me neither.
But, there's been points in my life where I was like, I think I'm ready to have a kid. But then I realized, afterwards it didn't happen. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm glad it didn't
all
happen.
those times lacking a dog. You need a dog at those times.
Yeah, it's a dog. It's
I just need a dog.
I got my cats. I'm cool.
It's the moment that I crave a child is the time that I don't have an animal.
I'm not going to be a cat person, by the way. I have 2 cats that I saved from death. That's all. They're happy that they're alive, and they look at me every day. They're like, I'm happy I'm alive.
Garbage Kitty and Bill.
Garbage cat, and the cat was about to get killed. That's all I look at them as. Yeah. They're just like, oh, you're so cool. You feed us. But yeah, I have to pick up their poop. But on that note, let's go to commercial. Did you see what I did the last one? We were hitting the bottles. Yeah. It was pretty funny. We're back.
Hi, everybody.
And we're back.
Hi.
And we're back.
We're back.
Baby got back. Hey, baby. We're back.
So we're going to discuss
an elongated
the era of our birth.
Oh, yeah. So there's this whole thing of 80s babies, 90s babies. 90s babies. What the fuck is that
80s
anyways?
babies?
80s babies. I made a beat called 80s Babies, and it sold exclusive instantly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't remember.
It's just the name.
Yeah, 80s Babies. 80s Babies. Okay, so Now, I was thinking about, in comparison to
That would have been a good podcast title.
80s babies.
80s babies.
Babies.
Yeah.
I think we were dwelling on the 80s babies so much right now. It's going ridiculous.
I like it.
Now, do you remember? Now, we were raised in the same era, as
Yes.
we've discussed multiple times, and
Yes.
people probably understand that by now.
I was born in the 80s, but raised in a different time.
In the sub-80s.
I was born in the 50s. Kinda. My grandparents raised me, so it was a throwback.
Okay.
Here's Mama's Family and
Mama's Family.
and-
Oh, yeah, that little racist show.
Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, and
Carol Burnett
Me and my
show.
dad used to whistle that. I'm not going to do it, though. When my dad comes, don't do it. My dad's going to come around.
Ba-doom, bum,
We'll
bum,
whistle it
ba-doom.
together. When I interview my dad, we'll whistle that song together.
Starring Ron Howard.
Yes. Now, we are 80s babies, and what that means, we're not babies now.
80s babies?
That sounds like a dance song.
Yeah.
80s babies. Not that good of a dance song.
No. That is about.
But cool. Think about all the cool shit. You know, I was at the point where I had
What were your three main prized possessions as an 80s baby?
okay, 3 main prized possessions. Whew. Wow, that's hard. Okay, Tecmo Super Bowl.
So Nintendo would be number one.
Just the game itself.
Didn't even matter about the system.
I didn't care. I mean, I had Tecmo Super Bowl. The game itself was the best thing that happened to me in my life.
Ninja Turtles is the one that stands out the
Well,
most.
that's right. That's right behind it actually, because that game was awesome.
It was hard too.
There was a lot of cool games. I mean, we could talk about Pitfall. We could talk about a whole bunch of crazy shit right now.
That was an impossible game.
I beat it.
Wow.
I would say Walkman, a Walkman with a tape. That was when I started having tapes and those terrible headphones that broke very
What's funny is I didn't have a Walkman probably till
You probably got a CD Walkman.
No, I had a tape player, a yellow one that had like a clip-on thing.
Yeah, that's the ones that were supposed to be waterproof or
Yeah,
something.
I had that probably in 4th grade, but up until then, I just carried around Teddy Ruxpin. Like a boombox.
What?
Yeah, that was my shit. Teddy Ruxpin.
Were you in the special classes?
No, I just didn't care.
I think my
What's up, baby?
So this isn't fair now because you're telling me, asking me 3 things. I mean, I have like 100.
Well, I can name my top 3.
I love my starter jackets too.
I just knew I had 3 items when I was a
I had
child.
a Charlotte Hornets starter jacket. I enjoyed.
I had one of those pedal big wheels.
Oh my God, yes.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin. See, but I was thinking more of along the lines of things that were super awesome and like not as an 80s baby, but like as a 90s preteen. If that makes sense.
A tween.
Maybe I should have reworded the segment.
90s. All right.
90s, all right. I had a beeper. You know, what's up? I got a beeper, baby. Hit me up. I can make boobs on it. I'm gonna send you the message.
I remember
boobs.
getting the clear sideways blue
Oh my God,
pager.
baller
It
shit.
wasn't a beeper, it was a pager.
Like dudes that still have beepers now. Mad respect, yo.
A doctor. What is it? A doctor.
Does
only.
Verizon offer beepers
I
on
think they
4G?
do. The one's still called Page Plus.
Has it got a big touch screen now? That's like, what the fuck? What is beepers now?
I don't know.
They're just like beepers are really the kind of shit that they hand you at Panera.
Yeah.
That's the level of
Basically.
technology that you get.
This thing will vibrate when I
It's
call
just
it.
like, oh shit. This girl said boobs. That's all I know. Everybody always texts boobs to me.
Either you're cheating.
I had boobs.
Either you're a cheater, a drug dealer, or a doctor.
Oh yeah. What was the shit we used to text people to get weed sent to us? I forgot. Like I said text.
I only remember.
Beeping was the beginning of text, by the way. That's
I only
what it
remember
was.
304. Ho.
Oh shit! You dropping bombs?
Or like 43770. Like hello. or 0773.
It's so funny that we're sitting here addressing the upside down versions of beepers.
That was important. I couldn't even send messages at the time.
I would practice them while I was
Do you
on a
remember your
calculator.
first cell phone?
Oh, yeah.
I was in 9th grade. It was a Nokia tortoise shell. It was not even a flip phone. It was like I clipped on the side of my...
You said tortoise shell?
I got it at Radio Shack. I got it in a laser pointer at the same time because I had like...
And that was the last time Radio Shack was relevant.
I got the phone for like $300 and I got the laser pointer for like $100. It was Christmas and birthday money. And then I had to put like minutes on it. It had some weird provider.
Yeah, you got like fucking... You had Altel.
It was
or something.
Altel, yeah.
I knew it!
Yeah, because it turned into Verizon.
I worked there.
Because at 2647.
That was your old number?
Yeah, because my dad has...
I'm about to hit it up.
I don't know, because 266 is not even allowed no more. You're only grandfathered in under those numbers. My dad still has his Altel number. 266-2380.
Oh, shit. You just told everybody your dad's number.
You don't know the area code. It's like Montpelier,
They
Ohio.
know where we live.
It's not around here.
Oh, it's
through his
different.
work.
He lives in Columbia.
No, it's from like Montpelier or Ashton, Ohio.
My first cell phone.
But you can bleep that out anyway, so fuck it.
I'm not believe we don't have the technology.
It'll just be a...
We don't have the
Put that over
technology,
there.
bro.
We'll take that clip and just put it over
I
there.
think you're overestimating our sound guys. They're not that good. Oh, wait, that's me. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. My first cell phone was a
Nokia. No. Nextel.
Cricket.
Really?
I had a $20 Cricket.
So that was... Were they...
I waited a long time.
Okay, because I was going to say Cricket came out later.
Yeah. I waited a long time. I had a beeper. I was cool. I had a beeper. Hit me on the beeper, girl. And they'd send me... They send me boobs instead of pictures of boobs.
Did you have one of those goofy 80s phones? Like the...
No, my dad had one.
The
It was
clear
like
ones?
it was like the equivalent of a satellite phone. It came with it had like 7 pieces. You had it in his car. It came with like a book bag and like a fucking external antenna. And he was
funny.
like, "This is in case of emergencies." I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Was he in the fucking mountains or something?
Has a car battery in it.
It's not even about that. It was massive, and he had it above our refrigerator. I remember, and like. For a long time, I'm wondering how much it cost at the time, for one. Because he did this with VCRs, too. He had a VCR that was 3 separate things. And he told me it cost like $5,000 at the time.
Wow.
It was right after betas and shit. And he was like, I got to stay hip. But I was using that VCR. But
Speaking of beta, do you remember the CDCs that I picked up? I forget what they're those
you
weird,
laser discs, you
they're
mean?
record player
The
movies.
laser discs.
They're not laser discs.
Well, they were the same things. They were the size of records, and they were
yeah,
laser.
but
They were
on,
CDs.
They played on a turntable though that connected to the TV, and you'd watch your movies like that.
Well, that's how it was. We watched Mighty Mouse, and we watched some random shit. When I was young, we had laser discs. This is old school talk right now, boy.
Yeah.
Kirby vacuums. My dad paid fucking $5,000 for a Kirby vacuum.
We still have it here, right?
No, this is one I got from an old lady.
Oh,
But I had to get it because my dad's like, them Kirby vacuums.
weighs some 1,000,000 pounds.
Yeah, it weighs so much. But, you know, it's better than that Walmart bullshit.
Crazy.
Walmart. We're not talking shit. Don't hurt us. But as far as cell phones, you know, I was late on the bus. I kind of didn't want to talk to people, so I wasn't really thinking like, hey, I want a phone that, you know, everybody can always contact me. I didn't really want that. I mean, that's why it took me so long. I wanted to be left alone a lot of my life. So I jumped on it kind of late. And if you really think about it, the beginning of cell phones, texts obviously were the first thing that everybody started doing. They started shorthand.
I hated text up until the smartphone era.
I mean, yeah, really, basically
hit the number button like 6 times to get to your thing.
to say, and then you're just like LOL smiley face, and it takes you 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's good fun, and we were all really happy about it. But things have evolved, and needless to say, the cell phones of old are looked upon as retro, or AKA dinosaurs, or
Paperweight.
paperweights. They're not useful, and I don't even think you can
I think
use
they're
them
dangerous.
anymore.
They're kind of dangerous too.
Supposedly they give people cancer.
A lot of radiation.
Very fun. Yeah, it's a good time. It's nice to know on the back end that the things we had next to our heads for years on end could have killed us, which probably did.
Yeah.
But over time, they have evolved. They've evolved.
Evolution.
Evolution. The evolution of the capabilities of the cell phone. Now, it became, initially, it was just, like I said, text and everything. Then they started having cameras. Their cameras. They weren't very good. And it was like, you had to...
all it would do is a shadow of a boob or a wiener.
It was like...
That was the only thing you'd send with those old cameras.
You said a shadow of a boob.
That's what you'd get.
A shadow of a boob.
Pixelated, dark, grainy.
Girl.
Oh, I know that's a titty somewhere in there.
Then they were like incorporated video, and it was the equivalent of a GIF that you would see on fucking the internet now. It'd be like 2 seconds, like the same shit over
Remember
and over.
purchasing the ringtones for those?
Oh my god, the ringtones. And
The Crazy Frog. Woo!
Remember we were talking about that and the
guy who told me, the guy I worked with, he's like, oh, check out this cool ringtone. No, this is like 3 months ago. He's like, check out my cool ringtone. And he plays that Crazy Frog ringtone.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, shit, dude. He's like, my grandkids put this on there. He's like, I was like, you bought that? He's like, yeah.
And I signed up for a $50 a month plan.
I was like, who in their right mind would buy a ringtone in 2015? And he's like, whoa, I don't think it's a ripoff because I can put it on any phone I get in the future.
And my kids can listen to it.
I was like, anything that you put on the fucking SIM card or your little SD card can be transported.
Now,
God, I think he had like a first gen BlackBerry too, though.
Well, I mean,
like, so it's like, look at my Crazy Frog ringtone on my BlackBerry from 2004.
They couldn't even play regular audio files. They needed their own type of file.
Oh my God.
Which I understand why they charge so much because it was ridiculous. You had to, trust me, I tried to do it. So now phones they've evolved a lot beyond the photos, beyond the texting. Now they are essentially little tiny computers that are attached to our brains. And for instance, you might text your friends randomly and try to gather sometimes. Maybe sometimes you want to actually be around people at this point.
You know what the next evolution from texting and cell phone use would be?
What?
Actual, like, going in public and meeting someone in person.
Well, that was the next slide in what I was saying.
The millennials are going to be, one day they're going to discover we can just talk to each other in person.
That's what you're missing about this whole line I was going for. The evolution is now we say we meet at a place.
Yeah.
And now what we do, a social gathering, for instance, now say a party. Say you throw a Facebook event and you invite all your friends on Facebook and everybody's there and everybody's happy and they're like, hey, I brought fucking cucumber water, whatever the fuck people are drinking now.
Well, here we go.
So people sit there. Everybody gets in the room. They're in the designated area where everyone's supposed to be. And everybody is on their phones right next to each other.
Like Wall-E.
Well, yeah, it's pretty similar, except for they're not in the chairs yet. But they're all on their phones next to each other. They're sitting there in silence. I mean, sometimes there might be like weird like computer robot music playing.
Have you heard about those silent dance parties where everybody put headphones on?
Yeah, that's just sickening to me. This is an example of it though, because the parties are not the same.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to a party now, it takes a certain event or anything to happen to get everybody off their phones. Now, the party itself is a big event because everybody in their social circle knows about it. They're like, oh, are you going? Are you going? Oh my God, I'm doing this. They actually talk during that span. Well, they don't talk. They message back and forth.
RSVP.
Yes, all those things. So the people, they sit there on their phones and they're setting up this event. They're getting ready for it. They're Google mapping the address, and then they are getting ready. So they take 10 selfies as they prepare because they're getting ready, want to make sure they look good. And then they get there, and then most of the event is being on the phone or sitting there just texting other people, OMG, this is lame. Or you're texting somebody else in the party, let's get out of here. Or the rest of the party is just spent not doing things, but taking pictures like you're doing things. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh, take a picture with me. Oh, yep. There's like 90% of the party is just documenting that it happened. And there was no real fun had. It's merely almost like a government kind of party, like documenting that it occurred.
We did go out on this
we
day.
did do this. We have proof.
It's just an alibi.
And then beyond that, okay, so you're at the party and, normally you'd get a girl's number if you thought she was fine, but you don't talk to people anymore. So, what you do is you go through this weird process of being some internet like private investigator of trying to figure out who she is in comparison to your friends on their friends list, and then you add her as a friend so she can tag you in the photos to make sure that you verify that you were at this social event. Mm-hmm. And then when you add somebody as a friend, that is a big deal. That is crazy. That's like, oh my God, you're looking into my life. You can see my whole past. You can go down my whole feed and you can see that I had diarrhea on Thursday.
There's a lot of trust there.
There's a lot of trust going on.
Yeah.
So beyond the actual adding, then you're like, okay, you might talk to her and you say, okay, you are cute with some weird like spelling or something.
It's just emojis.
Yeah, emojis. Some weird way to say that they're cute.
Yeah.
And
eggplant.
Then you
heart.
Eggplant.
Heart. Goat.
And then like thumbs up, yeah. Then she's like, the next thing you know, you're on a date and you're at the fucking local like oxygen bar.
Yep.
And you're doing the same thing, you go through the same process, taking your selfies before you go there. Then you go there, and 90% of the time it's taking pictures of and/or you and them, or the things. Say if you ingested or drank anything, you're spending a lot of time prepping that. You got to make sure it's perfect. Mm-hmm. And then if they fuck it up, you're like, shut up! I'm trying to take a picture of my oxygen-infused cucumber salad.
Yes, I got to post it to Instagram.
I got to go Instagram. I got a Vine video that I'm
Vine.
Yeah, when I
Twitter,
go to the bathroom,
Facebook.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah,
I got PR fucking shit going on.
Then I got to Snapchat it, and then
okay, that went really well. So say this girl is fucking she's as ridiculously into your fucking social endeavors as you are. So you're like, this is great, man. We're meant to be. I have never seen. I don't even remember what she looks like, honestly. At this point.
Now, just like that one person I knew, they do social media marketing now.
Aww.
That's like their jobs. It's like an actual legitimate field nowadays. It's so important.
It's some part of what I do too. So
it's crazy.
I'm not very good at it.
Check this out though.
But the girl. So you've been on these dates, and you go and do this.
Yes.
These social dates, and then it comes to the point where should we let people know our relationship status? Should we? There's that whole question.
That's a big step.
Big step. Okay. What is it taken or whatever? It's complicated.
That's going to garner multiple comments.
It is, and there's going to be likes. Maybe they're not.
There's going to be a possible what? Or are you kidding me?
Congratulations.
Not liked.
Not like dislike. Where is that button? Oh, I've seen the app. It doesn't work.
You just got to write it in there.
The whole idea behind it is that, why is that such a big deal? Like announcing, it's basically like the equivalent of a modern day having a classified ad that says, Kevin and blah, blah, blah are in a relationship. And you're putting the classified ads. Well, like, since when does the world have to do that?
People want to be noticed, and they want to have those comments, and they want to feel special, and they want to share that moment.
Aww.
And it's kind of disgusting.
And then the next day,
it's insecurity.
It ends.
People who don't feel good about themselves have to have other people tell them that they're doing okay.
How many times have you seen these relationships pop up and then the next day
a lot
it ends?
Yeah.
And then you see like
I'm guilty of it myself at times.
It's like sad face feeling down. Yes. Oh man. I like that shit.
All right, now I'm going to tell you this. Here's an idea.
All right.
Before I forget.
Forget.
All right. You know how those application businesses like sell to Google and all that, those companies for billions and whatnot? All right. We have a new app that we can come up with for Google to buy.
All right.
It's just called Social.
Okay.
It is what you just said.
Yeah.
But we will sell the idea to Google that two people can meet in person and communicate and become friends.
These are all things that could happen in normal life.
Yes, but it's Google sponsored.
But it's Google, so.
Yeah, and people will
Google
be more into
Social.
it. Yeah, like the Google bar.
Google bar. Yeah, Google bar.
You go there, you buy a drink. Now, this is just a theory.
And you put on your Google goggles.
No, this is just an idea and a theory.
Okay.
It's crazy. The millennials might not understand it completely.
Well, they will because they're so advanced.
But this is what you do. You would walk into this so-called Google bar.
Yeah.
You would walk in.
Would you search? I have a search bar for what you want to eat.
Well, you could search on Google for bar. Right?
And then it's Google bar.
The first one that would come up would be Google bar.
And it's always the closest.
Yes. And then you'd go into this Google bar. You'd walk in, and there'd be a patron behind the bar.
Patron?
Yeah, there would be a person serving you. They're going to give you alcohol for money.
Yes.
And you're going to sit at the bar. And then there's going to be a female, possibly, or more, that come in. And you're going to buy them a drink from this guy. And you're going to talk. And possibly go home and have sex at night.
I think they should have a button on them where you...
No,
wait.
Wait a minute.
They should have a button where you press it and it's a like button.
No, we don't have to do that.
For each girl.
You're getting out of control here.
It got to be on their boobs.
No, see, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. All you have to do is talk to them.
Oh, really?
Communicate.
Be normal.
Yeah, and there's a chance. This is just a theory, though.
Okay.
Put away the phone.
Yeah, no phones allowed in the Google bar.
Don't even have a Facebook account mentioned.
Don't mention it.
No, I know that's surprising, but don't even bring it up.
It's not surprising. It sounds refreshing.
Now, I know that people listening might be like, this is insane. You're telling me that I'm not going to wait till 4 a.m. after 20 beers and sadness and contact a girl on Facebook Messenger.
And ask for her naked
digits,
pictures.
yeah, and attempt to have a meeting that way. No, we're saying you don't have to do that. Now, Google might want to jump on board here.
Yeah. I'll contact them tomorrow.
Google social app.
I feel like it's a good idea.
The Google bar. We go in there. And if people feel better, the free Wi-Fi at the bar and charging stations.
Have you ever...
Woo!
Okay, Google bar.
Yeah.
You remember search bars at the top of everything?
Yeah.
It's physical now.
Oh, yes. The search bar.
It's always floating above you.
That's what it's called, the Google search bar.
The Google search bar.
Yep.
You know, some guys might not be looking for hot, sweaty boobs. Maybe they're looking for hot wings.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got you, buddy.
We can put a Google kitchen in there.
Google fucking kitchen. How to make hot wings.
Because then people don't have to go on Pinterest and look at meals that they'd want to have. They can actually physically order them.
Eat them.
Oh my God.
We'll combine everything.
Google's...
Wait. We got to go further. And then, okay, every single fucking centimeter is monitored via video by 16 angles, and everything is being broadcast. And the best highlights are broadcast to Vine. Yes.
Okay.
At the Google Bar Vine app.
Sounds good.
I think we should do it.
And then we can have these things in the bathroom. When you wash your hands, we can put them above the sinks. And instead of taking selfies, you'll be able to just have yourself right there.
It'll just be a mirror.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Look at this. Mirrors? Who needs selfies? You got a mirror, bitch.
You don't need to take a photo of yourself and then examine it in the phone.
You can look right in the mirror and you can say, oh my God, I look terrible.
I'm uglier than I've ever imagined.
I look absolutely horrible. And the lighting is always terrible in these situations. We have to make it really bad.
Is there a Photoshop app for the
mirror?
For the mirror? No.
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 Wait, $5? You can spruce it up.
I am going to say my one invention, though. Remember
you can get an Instagram filter.
The mirror camera. I was just talking to you about this.
Oh, yeah.
A mirror that takes images and will upload them to the internet for you.
But you're just attributing to the...
Vanity?
Yeah.
But if people weren't so insecure, they wouldn't be searching for and fishing for compliments.
The government's listening.
Uh-oh. On that note, be right back. So let me get this straight. We just walk in and people are in here?
You'll see, just come on.
Holy shit. I've only seen these girls on Facebook and Twitter. We can actually go to a place and meet people. It's amazing.
Yeah, Google's really outdone themselves this time. Drinks, chairs, girls, it's just like all the blogs described.
These guys are geniuses. I didn't think anything like this was possible.
Yeah, I mean, last week I was here and I touched a girl's shoulder. I touch your shoulder, baby. I touch your shoulder, baby. And now you're going crazy. And now you're going crazy. I touch your shoulder, baby. I touch your shoulder, baby. And now you're going crazy. And now you're going crazy.
All the women get in the door, free follows, $1 likes, $2 pokes every day, and all the anonymous harassment you can endure. So come on down to the Google search bar if you're searching for a good time.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
This is going to be the news portion of the show.
The news.
Earlier today, something terrible happened.
Something terrible. Oh, yeah, it was
It's actually terrible. Nepal.
Nepal!
Earthquake.
7.4.
1,400 people dead.
1,400.
Worst catastrophe in 80 years.
Worst catastrophe in 80 years.
Pretty wild.
DJ Clue! Mixtape!
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was terrible.
But after hearing that, it just made me
People
think.
died.
Have you ever been in a natural disaster?
Me?
Yeah.
Like earthquake? Or are you talking about like tornadoes?
Anything, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yes, I have. When I was young, I was staring. It was in the trailer that we moved to Raintree. And it was in Centerville, Michigan. And we were in the middle of nowhere.
So you moved that trailer to Raintree?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know. It cost my dad like $30,000.
For no reason.
He just had the money and whatever.
I love this place.
I know you love that trailer and the strange earth tones and whatever. But anyways, so I was a child and my mother and father told me that there's a tornado coming, everybody. We got to do this. And I remember looking outside and everything was kind of like green and like yellow and weird. And I'm looking out there and I'm like, I don't want to go. And I'm staring out the window and just watching. And I seen the tornado come. And we're in a trailer. They're like, where are we going in the first place? Like, let's go to the bathroom. I don't know. That's probably what they were thinking. There's no basement.
Yeah, wherever there's no windows.
Where are we going? But anyways, I stayed there and I seen it turn green and everything. And I'm looking at this tree, big tree, like literally half the thickness of this room, like massive tree, like a tree that's like 300 years old. Just picked it up. It wasn't that much. It ripped it out of the ground and then set it on top of all these trailers next to us. It just literally just was like.
Slowly.
As a kid, I'm looking at it like, what the fuck is going on? I've seen that tree. I can't even get my arms like fucking 10th around it. And I know what that tree is. I just watch it pick up a tree and go. It kind of fucked all those dudes' lives up. Like the people next to us, like we were just sitting there and I'm looking out the window watching it as a kid and I saw it ruin their lives.
Did it smash things or just...
It ruined 4 trailers. It landed directly in the middle of 4 of them. Because it was like a family living over there with a house, and then they had trailers in the back where their other family lived. And it just crashed. They had a farm and everything. I lived in a weird-ass place when I was growing up.
Crazy. Yeah, I only saw one. I was in a couple tornadoes, but only saw one. Okay. And I was at Cedar Point when it happened.
Really?
Yeah, we were waiting in line for disaster transport.
What the fuck is that?
That's that
That's
indoor
some
ride.
90s shit
It's the indoor ride.
I don't remember that.
We were not yet inside.
All right.
Because it went out, and I remember it was really weird. It wasn't raining or anything. It was kind of greenish.
It was like calm, wasn't it? And green.
It was very strange, but then
wasn't it greenish?
The sirens went off though, and they started evacuating the people into the movie theater area because there was like a auditorium type place that shows movies.
What a strange time to be at Cedar Point, by the way.
Yeah,
just,
it's crazy.
Just stating that.
But we could see the tornado on the water because it was technically a water spout at that time. And you could the water was getting shot at everybody. It was raining.
From how long ago? How far away?
Well, it was raining at that point, or it was the water from the tornado, one or the other. I don't know. It was probably...
They usually go hand in hand. I mean, usually when a tornado comes, it's raining.
Well, if you're familiar with Cedar Point, when you walk in, disaster transport would be on your right.
I just never went to it. I was always on the
Do you know where the
rail
beach
rides.
is?
I don't remember any. I haven't been there in like 10 years, man.
Okay, well, you go in and Cedar...
More than 10 years.
Well, when you go in, it's probably about 100 yards up straight in, and then to your right and about another 100 yards.
All right.
And then that's where this ride was, and it was right in the water outside. So it was probably 300-400 yards from where we were.
Jesus.
It was crazy.
How big did it look?
Oh, it was huge. It was right. I mean, it was enormous. It looks like God's finger.
That's what I was saying. The one that came, it was almost beyond even seen. It was just like it was like the size of, I don't know, man. Like I'm looking out a window and it took up most of the vision throughout the whole time. It was a very big tornado.
Yeah, this one though, I guess, did a lot of damage to the Sandusky Mall and the Milan Road over there where the mall was.
I never went there.
And I guess there was...
I've never done anything, apparently.
There was an airplane area, like where they stored airliners.
Yeah.
And it picked one of those up and threw it, and ended up like carrying it for a while, and it got dropped off over by Route 2, over by Davis Bessie, and I don't know
where that is.
Some diner took it and turned it into a little seating area for people to sit in.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, that's
made it like a greasy spoon.
Well, it was already a diner, but they added this to their place.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, so go sit in the airplane that was hit by a tornado.
I love that, by the way.
Crazy, man.
Just even talking about it, it's kind of weird. Like you, when you're little, you don't really think about it. But if you ever seen one of them, you look, you think back, and he brought this up earlier to me. He was like, something. I was like, I've seen the movie Twister. It had great special effects.
Bill Paxton.
I feel like I've been in a tornado.
That movie had a great actor in it, though. Do you remember who it is?
Which one?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty.
By the way,
rest in peace.
Can't believe that guy's dead. That's
PSH.
sad. He's actually
heroin addict.
I'm not going to make fun of Heath Ledger and say he wasn't as great as Philip Seymour Hoffman, but he was.
Heath Ledger was good. He would have been.
He wasn't as good as him, though.
No way. He didn't have the time to be. By the time Philip Seymour Hoffman made his debut in Twister, he was alreden older than Heath Ledger was when he died.
Exactly. And then speaking of drug-riddled movie stars, I feel
another good
Tom Sizemore is up there also.
He didn't die yet, though.
I know, but he's going to die, and he's
another
up there
good
with
actor.
those guys.
Another good actor, though.
I hope he doesn't die. Shit.
Another good movie, I mean, by Philip Seymour Hoffman that people forget he's in is Boogie Nights.
Of course he was in Boogie Nights.
Yep. That was good. That Master movie with Joaquin Phoenix is weird as hell.
Didn't see it.
That was good.
So I guess we're talking about movies. No, we're not.
No. I actually wanted to say that Nepal thing, though, is pretty fucked up.
You know what's so fucked up about it? Is not that it was another natural disaster around the world that people died.
It was so densely populated, and they destroyed some of the towers and temples that got destroyed are thousands of years old, and there could be up to 3,000 people, they said, dead when this is all said and done.
That's terrible.
Possibly raise money for the Nepal thing would be.
I guess instead of going on this initial thing, I was going to say I was setting up marketing for something I'm doing because that's part of what I do. And I just looked at the globe and saw all these countries and all these names, and I realized that I didn't actually know most of them, by the way. My schooling had not taught me what the countries were, apparently. I'm looking around and I'm like, this is where this is?
Like what ones?
Argentina, for instance.
South America?
I assumed it was more towards Europe just because it was a little more European. But it's actually Spanish, if anything.
It's South America.
But, all these types of things, and I'm realizing, we don't want to market to Iraq.
No.
Saudi Arabia, nah, maybe not.
No.
Maybe not run ads for American companies.
Russia or Ukraine.
Or no Russia at all, because I was just like, who the hell's in there? And then China itself, because it was just so massive, and they're so traditional. I don't even know what's going on in that massive country.
Nope.
Huge country. Just seeing all these countries I didn't really even realize I knew their names just from like video games of like Olympic sports, and like Belarus and like random Lithuania. Like I didn't know that shit. I just know it from sports.
Like Liberia because
I know because of Ebola, and I was like, I think we're not gonna go there. Actually, I was like, maybe we'll not go in this whole
Ukraine,
region.
You probably know is by Russia now because of the war there.
I didn't think that I was gonna get Ebola from marketing to them. I can say that initially because that just doesn't make sense scientifically. But just the fact that there's Ebola there, it made me scared to market to them. It's got to be kind of weird. But anyways.
What else did you hear in the news? Anything tasty?
In the news. So we're going to go back to America. The place that we're in, and the place that we did a really America-heavy episode last week.
Where are we going in America?
So I wanted to stick on the criminals because I think that's one of the funniest things that happen in America is the way some of these crimes are committed. They could almost do a show on it. The government could promote it. It'd be on Comedy Central. It'd be just like funny crimes, but sponsored by the American government. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so a burglar in California that was sidetracked by tater tots. Police say the burglar was most likely high. They scoured the place for snacks, prepared the tater tots comfortably, and fell asleep on the couch.
Oh, man.
So basically, this guy, now this is California, mind you.
Did he break in just to eat?
Weed's legal. This is the first thing I want to say.
Was he trying to steal anything?
We don't know that. We just know that he broke in a house, made tater tots, and fell asleep. Now, they say he's a burglar. It's more of a home invasion, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. I kept thinking to myself, did he think it was his place? Maybe, yeah.
My dad used to stumble into the wrong apartment all the time when he was drunk from the bar.
There was no one around during that whole span, and there was a lady that came out and realized, hey, who the fuck is this on my couch and these fucking tater tots? He called the police. He had been there for 9 hours.
They were just mad that he ate their food.
9 hours he had been there, by the way.
That's crazy.
I mean, this is San Francisco type area, actually. So maybe that makes more sense. Because he was probably really high or something, or on something fucked up weird.
Yeah.
And went into it thinking it was his house.
Have you heard about all these crazy new drugs that are out now?
No, I have not.
Like meow meow.
Do they do things like that and make people...
One is like called like crocodile.
Don't even talk about that.
And then one is jankum.
You're talking about Facebook drugs right here.
No, synthetic, fake, weird drugs.
I know, I've seen that crocodile shit that eats your fucking skin away and shit. Woo, that sounds fun.
It's crazy.
Let's go. I'm ready.
They all make you get naked and kill people or yourself.
Speaking of people on drugs, an Indiana man hid inside a wall in his house and had to be rescued by firefighters. He was trying to avoid arrest on probation violation. The fire chief stated it was a special kind of stupid. So this guy...
So he actually hid from them?
This is exactly what happened. He was getting arrested for a probation violation. I seen the pictures of the guy, and I'm not going to say he's on meth. But if I was going to say he's on meth, I would say he's on meth. He crawled in a very small area, roughly they said like a foot wide and like 27 inches or something, down next to his chimney. throughout his weird, strange house that has huge holes in the floors. But either way,
these are my getaway holes.
He fit in this really tiny thing because he was a skinny meth head. Well, I'm just,
it's like
assuming.
a rat that can get through a tiny
He's very
hole.
small. He's like, my cat could get in it, but beyond that,
So he got stuck, and
it was
how
not
did
even.
How did they contact the fire department?
Okay, I think it was his friend that realized he was in there.
Oh my God!
And then called the cops, which in turn called the firefighters to rescue him for his probation violation, which was probably for meth.
So the friend couldn't just bust out the hole?
It doesn't say that it's for meth, but I'm going to keep saying for meth.
Oh, my God.
Because I feel like that makes sense to me.
I feel like if you were trapped in the wall, though, and it was this drywall, I could break you out myself without having to call the fire department.
But he probably had a meth friend.
Yeah.
He's not strong.
Or it was somebody who wanted to get him in trouble.
It's not PCP. It doesn't give you superhuman strength or anything. Meth is just like, you're like Ally McBeal walking around like, that's what you are. You have no strength.
Oh my God, Ally McBeal.
You're just awake for like fucking 7 years, and you're like, oh, that was sweet. I'm glad I did meth.
That's funny.
I'm dying and my teeth are falling out. But anyways, that was a good story. Did you like that news story? There's one more.
Yeah.
There's one more, buddy.
I actually heard about this one.
Oh, you heard this one?
Yeah, the McDonald's.
Because this is in local news.
Yep. We
are in Toledo, Ohio. And this was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is where one of my friends lives, one of my homies. A woman who opened fire at McDonald's over baconless hamburger was sentenced today in Grand Rapids, Michigan. She opened fire after workers twice failed to put bacon on her burgers. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Twice they failed.
No, this is what happened. She didn't get the bacon on her burgers initially from McDonald's.
Yep, and then they said, here's a free one.
And then it wasn't
on there again.
And then she
now
shot
you're gonna get
the
shot.
place, and now you're going down.
After the first time,
why are you condoning?
One time though, I would say, okay, I understand the mistake.
So you're condoning this?
No, but the second time,
but
I wouldn't shoot. No, but I might go in there and fight.
Fight?
I think that would be personal the second time they forget the bacon.
Fight, though?
Maybe.
Really?
Bacon's important.
But is bacon worth fighting for?
It depends on how hungry I am.
All right. Well, I'm not sure if he's being serious.
No, but that's funny, though.
He said bacon's worth fighting for. No, it's no big deal. But that was a nice story, and that we are bringing you the news. We have the...
Bringing you the news?
Bringing you the news?
As soon as you've already heard it.
And let's go to our sponsors.
I was hired to stop the tornadoes, not create them.
You were hired to do whatever you goddamn told.
You're crazy. Those tornadoes are headed right for Chicago.
This Independence Day, the Windy City will feel a gust like never before. Helen Hunt, in her most dynamic portrayal as a tornado victim since Twister 1.
Don't punch the tornado, Bill.
Chicago to hell, you son. Sometimes conspiracy becomes reality.
You ain't making any more tornadoes, man.
I'll make as many tornadoes as I damn well please.
Get the twister gun. You can't use HARP to control Mother Nature.
Well, I'm Daddy Nature, and mamas always do what Daddy's told. When is one twister too many? Find out in Twister 2, Mini. Is that Sam Elliott and Bill Paxton?
Yeah, they think they're filming a movie.
Hey, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back in business.
Back.
For like another time, trying to just finish this.
They need a Neosporin for podcasts because it's a topical solution.
Topical solution.
Ooh. No,
Look
yeah.
at that nerd shit.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
The burden of topics is hard.
We were actually taking a look at our stats, etc., and we're feeling as if at this point our hardcore listener base is at the level of Mel Gibson's periodical that he released in Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah, we have enough. We have enough listeners that we could probably figure out exactly who they all are.
So at some point we might.
It's interesting to think, though, there could be a few people out there we don't know that are listening to us.
Some strangers.
Yes. At least we've been fairly consistent with the week-to-week basis.
It doesn't really matter. I mean,
It does matter because people want to possibly hear us each week banter back and forth.
he said
They're like,
possibly.
These guys are important. Everything they say is very important.
There's a very small segment of America that feels that way.
Yeah. They might not even be Americans listening to this.
Maybe they're different countries.
Yeah.
Maybe they're laughing at us. But it doesn't matter.
They're
you know.
pity downloads.
It's pity downloads. They're like, hey, shit.
Yeah. I
things
wonder
aren't
if the
going
streams, though, count as downloads.
good. No, they don't.
Well, that's reassuring.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. And what is this? What episode is
But
this?
thank
4?
you to-
This is 4?
Yes, but thanks to everybody for listening, taking
yeah,
the time
thanks.
out of their day. This is a
What?
long
Why are
time.
you doing this?
Why?
Don't ever thank them.
All right.
They deserve us. That's all that matters.
You're welcome for
You're
having
welcome.
us.
And we are welcome for having you. So here we are. And we are continuing to rant. What are we going to talk about now? How about the fact that we have been sitting here trying to figure out a way to make this show end? We can't figure it out. It's almost like this weird plot. Say you had a thing you were writing and you were like, I can't figure out how to end it. Like, what are we doing? Should somebody die? Should there be new characters? Should it be open for the next one, or what are we doing?
I feel like we need a game of some sort, though.
Yeah, we were trying to think of a game, and we kind of got in that Chuck Berry mentality, trying to think of a game.
Okay, well, here. I'll give you some things.
Things, okay.
We're going to do a game right
So this
now.
is a game called Things.
It's called... It's
Go,
called,
go.
Hey, birthday.
Go
All
Things.
right, now.
It's called Things, y'all.
All right.
Let's go.
You are angry.
Okay.
You have to act like this.
I have to act
Like this. And then you give me some
It's voice acting, basically.
character, too.
Okay.
And then we'll have a conversation with those characters.
Do you get to practice for a couple of seconds on the mic
No.
after you get your...
No, we'll just wing it.
Okay.
All right.
You go first. Give me 3 characterizations of a person.
Okay. Angry.
That's easy.
Texan.
Okay.
And... What would that be? Grocery shopping.
Okay. Good job. I'm going to do corner store cashier.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do emo hipster.
Oh, God.
And then I'm going to do deathly afraid of hands.
Okay. Okay. Oh, fuck.
I think I gave you a stack deck.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Oh, wait. I got to remember. Okay, I get it.
So the scenario is going to unfold.
I forgot my third thing. Shit.
No, you gave me 3.
What was mine?
What do you
Nobody
remember?
remembers.
What do you remember?
Angry Texan.
And you're shopping.
Shopping. Grocery shop. Okay. And you are a lot of things.
And I'm working at the store, apparently, where you're shopping.
There's a lot going on.
All right, so here the door opens.
Ding, ding. Hello, mister.
Hey, my life.
What the fuck are you trying to say to me, mister?
Please just do your shopping. I don't care what you do.
All right, then. How much are these here Jolly Ranchers?
I don't.
What are you saying to me, boy?
I love Dashboard Confessional.
Are you gay or something?
I'm just sad.
You're really soft-spoken. Scene.
I didn't have you touch my hands,
There
though.
was too much going on, though. You weren't able to...
Why were you so animated and wanted to talk to me? Why didn't you just shop quietly?
Because you're the only person there, and I need attention.
I do believe the scene would have went better if you just would have quietly done the shopping. And I quietly
This
sat
is
there.
audio. This is audio. There's no video, so it literally been silence, footsteps, man saying thank you,
Or
sir.
you can dub the shopping cart in there.
No gunshots.
No.
It's supposed to be epic.
I think softly playing Dashboard in the background.
Let's go a little more simple with this one. We'll go ultra white man in Rolls Royce who has sore feet.
That's me?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, what's mine?
Hitchhiker,
Okay.
Mexican.
Oh, come on. Don't give me Mexican.
Okay.
Give me a different one. It's the only thing, like, accent I can do.
All right. Redneck hitchhiker. I'll pick up a redneck hitchhiker and we'll be in a Rolls Royce and I'm ultra conservative.
All right.
All right. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I need a ride.
All right, get in.
I don't know how to get in this fancy little car you got going on.
All right, I'll open the door for you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I broke my hip.
All right, here's some money, sir.
That's the end of the story.
That's it. That's how it ended. 'Cause, yeah.
Those are opportunists versus a conservative.
That's actually a tale
A tale of what?
of like what can happen. If you pick up hitchhikers, there's a good chance that they could con you into a injury lawsuit.
That went well.
All right, our
I think
improv
there'd actually be a circle of people that would say that
as a
went
hip hop
well.
but as a hip hop artist yourself, do you think that there's a similarity between freestyling and improvisational acting?
It's different because it incorporates your whole body and also your emotions and all those things. When you're doing a freestyle, you're about something. You know, when you're in an improv situation as being an actor, you have your vocals as well as your mind. And
So it'd be difficult to get a character like an improv and then have to freestyle as that character.
no, but not if you're good at both, or at least decent at both. You could do it, but you might not be able to do it well, and people just laugh at you and say, "Okay, he's a garbage man, and he's freestyling like he just left McDonald's." It's like, okay, and you're just sitting there thinking, like, what should I say?
Crazy. Well, I'm gonna get the misconnections list together.
No, don't do it.
Why?
No.
I was gonna say.
Look, did you see what's behind you? He doesn't see it. You don't see it?
No. What is it?
That's a commercial from our sponsor. As a parent, the last thing we want to do is crush our children's dreams and aspirations, as delusional as they may be. What starts out cute and harmless,
I want to be Batman.
eventually becomes debilitating and downright creepy.
I want to be Batman.
You know what, Johnny? You can be Batman in any other role you take on your journey to movie stardom. At Improbable Success Acting School, we have no certified acting coaches, nor do we have the skills or knowledge to help you become the next Lindsay Lohan. We just act like we do. Here's a few testimonials from our star-studded cast of graduates. Randy Quaid!
Hello. I am U.S. citizen Randy Quaid. Hillary Clinton, while Secretary of State, revoked my passport, preventing me, Randy Quaid, from identifying myself as a U.S. citizen.
Nick Nolte!
He said he knew he was going to die, not only intellectually, from a gut level. And the fellow next to him knew that he was going to die that day. And he said, when you know that, there's a tremendous fear that overwhelms you.
Christopher Walken!
Go down to Marie Callender's. Get me a big bowl of pie, some ice cream on it. Good. Put some on your head. Your tongue would slap your brains out trying to get to it. Interested?
So if you're interested in Improbable Success Acting School, contact us now at... All right, and we're back, and we're going to go right into something that's so popular. It's #1 trending Google search, Twitter trend. It is the misconnections on the Vherbal and Watson show.
Yes.
So it's very popular, and people have said that they enjoy that we are reading these things from people that are less fortunate.
It's fun because each week we're going to go to a random city.
Yeah, we have no... It's based on, like, how weird the city is, I think. Like, we've had a lot of ideas of cities that we thought would be weird, and it wasn't as weird as we thought, so we just backed off.
Well, we went to one weird little city tonight.
It's like a misconnection that you're glad that didn't occur.
We went to West Virginia.
West Virginia, okay.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yes.
Sounds straight.
Morgantown and Big Otter.
Okay, I've heard of that.
All right. Title: Searching for Mech Lumberjack.
Oh.
Woman for man. All right. You were there at the Mech Thursday with a scraggly, blinding red beard, wearing a sexy toboggan. You were with a couple who looked down the party, all drinking trash cans next to some old dude and his kids. I need your dashing, knee-shaking cock in my dripping mouth ASAP.
Woo!
I'm a hot, red-headed female who's down to fuck. Hard.
Holy shit.
I'm trying to give it up, but only to the right man who's going to fist my ass right. Hit me up.
Holy crap.
You got
Is that true?
Yeah. I got a sexy toboggan. Come fist my ass.
Shit. What the hell are they? What the hell are they drinking down there? That
I don't know. Trash cans.
She said,
You're drinking
the
trash
people
cans.
drinking trash cans.
Yeah.
If I was drinking a trash can, oh my goodness, I'm either happy as hell or depressed as fuck.
All right. On to the next.
On to the next.
Title: Seeking Joshua Rogers Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Looking for some info on where he is working. He owes child support in Kansas.
Oh.
He is mid-20s.
Okay.
6'3".
Kind of tall.
Dark hair.
Dark.
Blue eyes.
Blue.
Very skinny. Looks like a meth head.
Oh.
Lives in a household of incestuous freaks. Can't keep his snake in the gate, so may be seen with a herd of babies and pregnant or fat women. If you may know where he is currently working, please contact Kansas Child Support Services and report the deadbeat, or let me know so I can.
Oh my freaking God. That was my favorite chick ever.
That's funny.
The shit she just said, what? Go over that last like 20%. Say it one more time.
He lives in a household of incestuous freaks, can't keep his snake in the gate, so may be seen with a herd of babies and pregnant or fat women.
Hey, chick that wrote that, whoever you are, good job. Good.
That's funny.
I mean, it's not perfect, but, you know, it makes a point.
All
Anyways, that was good. Good
Next.
Next.
We matched on Tinder.
Oh, that changes everything.
M4W, age 32.
Oh, that's right in my circle.
I know I messaged you first, and from where your response, it seemed like you were getting really receptive and interested in getting to know me. And then I just didn't reply.
What?
And I suddenly unmatched you. What the fuck is that shit, right? What is wrong with me? I just wanted to apologize for that. Somewhere, even if you probably won't read this, it's not you. You are gorgeous, and you seem really interesting. It's just that I deleted Tinder. I wish I wouldn't have deleted Tinder. I'm just emotionally fucked up. I probably won't ever be capable of a normal relationship or even hooking up.
Oh.
I didn't want to hurt you or disappoint you by involving you in my fucked up life, so instead you'll never, ever know me. And that's for the best.
Are you kidding me? This kid thinks that his little Tinder shit transcends social media platforms.
Yep.
That doesn't happen.
And the funny thing is,
there's no way that Tinder crosses the line of real internet.
He only probably had that one match.
He had one match, and he
unmatched her and then deleted it. And then he was like, ah!
You know what the truth is behind it probably? Is she was chubby. And then he dissed her and then realized that he needed some, so he was trying to get back at her.
Oh, man.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I bet you money. Or she wasn't chubby. She was just kind of gangly.
All right, next one.
Yeah, either way. He probably did that to her, and that's some shady shit, by the
These
way.
next two are the tops. These are cherry on tops. And these are going to be tough to beat in the near future.
Oh, goodness.
And we've had some
Do you have a
whoppers.
voice? Do you have a voice for it?
This one might
Please
be
do it.
handicap.
Please do a voice.
This might be a handicap voice.
Okay. Don't do it too drastic, though, to ruin.
Well, I don't know what kind of voice this is. This is just, they're both disturbing.
Just read it normal, then.
Why is my voice disturbing naturally?
No, just read it officially like you're reading a paper or something.
I'm going to read this just like I would imagine a West Virginian would read it.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Do it.
Salvation Army, bell ringer, salvation. You was ringing the bell at Walmart. You looked at me. I looked at you. And then we smiled at each other, and then I went away. And then I came back, and he looked at you, and then you looked at me again, both smiles on our faces. I know it's a long shot, but tell me what I look like.
What?
I know this is a long shot, but tell me what I looked like and how many peoples was with me. I should have at least asked for your number, or at least tried to talk up a conversation. If anybody knows a purty lady, rang that.
Stop. Talking normal.
All right. Not good?
No. Talking normal.
Let's redo that.
Nope.
You was ringing the bell at Walmart. You looked at me. I looked at you. And then we smiled at each other. And then I went away and came back. And then I looked at you. And then you looked at me again. Both with smiles
It's
on
a
our
lot
faces.
of descriptiveness.
I know this is a long shot, but tell me what I looked like and how many peoples was with me. I should have at least asked for a
He
number.
doesn't know how many people were with him.
Or at least tried to talk up a conversation. If anybody knows a purty lady that rung a bell for Salvation Army at Walmart, Vienna before Christmas, please let her know I am looking for her. I need to find her.
What? What happened?
This is posted just now,
It was just like right.
and this is before Christmas when he saw her.
Well, that's.
Almost 5 months he's been thinking about this.
I need to find her.
Yeah,
now.
that's in capitals.
The whole thing.
No, the last part, I need to find her.
Did he lose something?
I think that
And he
in love.
realized. 5 months later, he
Yeah.
realized I'm in love.
Yep, with the bell ringer.
Or he went down all of his list, and that's his last opportunity that
All right,
he has.
last one, and this one is a doozy.
All right. That was good, though.
All right. You helped me with my dream, then left. You, tall, slender, leggy blonde. Me, fat, Asian, prolapsed rectum. We met in the mall, and I told you that I wanted you to play with my poo.
What the fuck?
It has always been my dream to play with another person's feces, and you made that happen. I don't understand why you took off running when the security guard yelled at me for smearing your intoxicating colon fruit all over the mannequins and elder
Oh
beermen.
my god, is that real?
Please come back to me, my sweet.
That's it?
Yep. Wow. So he had this girl poop on him.
Okay.
And then he smeared the poop all over mannequins inside elder beermen.
And
Then she ran away.
they never seen each other again.
No.
Where was that?
That's in West Virginia also. Charleston.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow.
So they're dealing with poop smearing in their stores.
I mean, I get it in like a bathroom or something.
Well, West Virginia is certainly a happening place tonight.
Oh, yeah. It was. Sounds like some shit's going down in Charleston.
And the sad thing is all those were posted within the last hour between the two counties.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here in this weird place doing a podcast mentioning it.
Yep.
It's very odd.
At least hopefully their ads are being answered as we speak.
Yeah. What is the person? I mean, what do any of them say? Like the poop person? What are they supposed to say? Obviously, they're into it too. So
Well, yeah, he wants to find her. She got scared off by the guard.
Oh my goodness!
He met
If it wasn't for the guard,
that's like the Cinderella story.
Ever after.
It's like Cinderella. Instead of the glass slipper,
it's
poop
on the wall.
And he wants to, he has this poop hand, and he wants to go match it with her butt.
Wow.
Well, that's West Virginia.
Misconnections has taken a strange turn this week, but tune in next week where I will be myself here, and we will do this podcast, and we will do the same types of things.
It'll be the same thing as always.
Oh, yeah, the same exact thing. It'll just be copied. We're just going to duplicate it. You don't even have to listen.
Same time. Same place.
Same place.
Well, I'm Ryan Watson.
And I'm Kevin Vherbal.
See you next time!